First sitting volleyball has been part of the Paralympic Games since 1980, but South Africa has organised a national side for the first time. The squad of physically impaired athletes has assembled in Cape Town. That's ahead of their first tournament.
Sitting volleyball or ParaVolley is a new sport in South Africa. This is according to South African-born Anton Raimondo, who represented Great Britain at the Paralympic Games in London 2012. Raimondo was introduced to the game after losing his leg in a motorcycle accident.
I was very keen to get back into sport. I was missing the exercise and the camaraderie of a team sport, and found this club quite quickly, rose up and got into the GB team. And this was now before London 2012, as Great Britain was putting a lot of money into sports, and it was fantastic. I landed up playing as vice captain in the Great British team in London 2012, which was incredibly special. My partner and I had planned to move back to South Africa anyway, and we moved here, and the sport didn't exist. So we just built the sport, and we started from nothing, and it's just been incredible amounts of interest.
So what are the differences to the conventional format of the sport?
As you can see, the net is lower. For men, it's 1.15 meters high. The court is smaller, and you have to play with your bum on the ground. You're allowed to block a serve, but otherwise all the rest of the rules are the same. You still have six players aside. You're still doing 3 touches, blocking, spiking, serving, volleying. In fact, the game is actually faster than regular volleyball. Because the court is smaller, people are still hitting just as hard. Your reaction times have to be much quicker.
Fabian Miller from Mitchell's Plain in Cape Town says the sport has changed his life.
I got involved in the gangsterism at a young age. I think I was about 10 years old, till the age of about 27. Then I became a father. And then I had to get out of the gangsterism and all that. My involvement with the volleyball also started at a young age at school. Last year, the 1st of January, I was involved in a motorcycle accident where I lost my leg, lower limb. Then while I was sitting at the prosthetic lab where I had my false leg made, I saw this poster with a sitting volleyball, and I thought, okay, looks good, sounds good. Gave it a try, and here I am today.
The South African team is mostly made up of players from the Western Cape, but has 2 players from Thohoyandou in Limpopo. Simon Shabangu speaks fondly about how the sport has brought the team together.
I think it's one of the best things that I never ever think about it. But I think this is the best way that the way I meet those guys. I think they give me that right attitude, so I think this is the best opportunity, and even appreciate us, no matter if I'm not with their own language. I'm a Shanganu boy, so I'm so happy about that.
Team South Africa are excited for what lies ahead, despite this being their first international assignment.
I'm the only person who has, so in some respects it will be a new experience and a learning experience. It's highly competitive. I've played against all the top teams in Africa before, and Egypt, for instance, is the 3rd best team in the world, so it's going to be extremely competitive. But it's going to be incredible. The guys are going to love it. It's going to be a fantastic bonding experience, as well as a learning experience to develop sitting volleyball further.
The squad will complete a 2-week training camp before they depart for the 2017 ParaVolley Africa Championships in Rwanda between September 13 and 17. Justin Ford, Cape Town.